Today, I'll be teaching you how to solve quadratic equations. A quadratic equation is in the form ax squared plus bx plus c, where a is not equal to 0. There are a few methods to solve quadratic equations. These are basic factoring and using the quadratic formula. Let's start with basic factoring. So here we have the equation x squared plus 4x plus 4 equals 0. As we can see, this equation is a perfect square, so using basic factoring is very easy. This equation has only one solution. You start by rewriting it as a perfect square. X plus 2 whole squared equals 0. Then square root both sides to get x plus 2 equals 0, which gives you the solution that x is equal to negative 2. Basic factoring can also work when the equation is not a square. For example, with the equation x squared plus 11x plus 30 equals 0. In this case, you find a factor pair of the constant term, in this case 30, that adds up to the coefficient of the x term, in this case 11. For this equation, the two numbers are 5 and 6, giving us x plus 5 times x plus 6 equals 0. The two solutions, therefore, are x equals negative 5 and x equals negative 6. Another example where this works is when your x term is negative. For example, x squared minus x minus 12. In this case, you find two numbers whose sum is negative 1 and product is negative 12. In this case, we have 3 and negative 4. Factoring with this method gives us that x plus 3 times x minus 4 equals 0. The two solutions in this case are x equals negative 3 and x equals 4. The second method to solve a quadratic equation is the quadratic formula. This is used only when basic factoring is not easy to find. For example, if coefficients are fractional, irrational, or very large, or the coefficient of x squared is not 1 and it is not a common factor of the entire equation. The quadratic formula says that x is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. For example, for the equation x squared plus 12x plus 1, factoring is not possible, so you can use the quadratic formula. This gives you that x equals negative 12 plus or minus the square root of 144 minus 4 all over 2. This simplifies to x equals negative 6 plus or minus the square root of 35.